Yo, Def Jam Fight for New York was crazy.
Yeah.
Def Jam Fight for New York.
I used to love to beat up Ludacris in that game.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
WWE 2K devs promise significant evolution for gameplay and the next title.
Yeah.
So, what does that mean?
Ooh.
Apparently, 2K cites
Interesting.
No Mercy as one of the influence for the next WWE game. So, this year, 2K is not developing a WWE title.
Good.
Now, WWE
Fantastic.
does have a title coming out this year, but it's not.
We
gonna
won't talk
be
about that at all.
like WWE 2K. So,
They got big heads though.
Got
well-
big heads though.
the reason why, obviously, is because 2K20 was so horrendously bug-ridden
Correct.
that they have decided to take a break for a year and finally figure out what to do with this engine. Because Visual Concepts, you know, it was developed by them, but the 2K split with partner Ukes. So they were in charge of most of the game, basically, and they had to redo the entire programming after Ukes left, which didn't turn out too well for them.
Jeez.
So, you know, their sports development with Visual Concepts, I don't know, it didn't do well. So what they plan to do with the new one is they plan to integrate more, hopefully, fun styles of gameplay in this. So they want to go back to No Mercy style gameplay, which was simple. They want to go to simple but, you know, deep gameplay.
Like Smackdown.
And Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain is another one they're looking at, which are the two top titles when people are asked what are their favorite wrestling
Those are
games.
always mentioned.
Because they're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun. And fun is way better than simulation.
Yeah.
And
Seriously.
they were really focusing on the simulation of it all and not the fun.
That's-
I mean,
that's-
not to say that the games were terrible.
Yeah. No.
But, you know, the gameplay mechanics of those other games told were funner.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they have gone back to the well. I mean, in Def Jam, they did have the games that used the Aki engine that were from the No Mercy and those games for Nintendo 64. They did have it in the newer systems, which is still a fun game. People love the Def Jam, except for Def Jam Icon.
Yo, Def Jam Fight for New York was crazy.
Yeah.
Def Jam Fight for New York.
I used to love to beat up Ludacris in that game.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people did. But the first one and the second one did have the Aki engine in it, but were improved based on what you'll probably see in a new WWE title if they do it correctly. And it obviously would improve graphics and
was
stuff like
evolution.
that. But hopefully, like other games did use that, like the ones for GameCube. I'm not sure what the titles were for that, the WWE titles for GameCube.
Day of Reckoning.
Day of
I remember
Reckoning,
those.
and
Yeah, they
another one
felt-
too,
yeah,
part
Day of
2.
Reckoning.
Day of
was
Reckoning 1
one.
and 2.
Yeah, so they did use like a similar engine. I don't think Aki worked on it.
Not
but I
the
think
same.
They used
Similar.
a similar thing to it, which
Similar.
made it fun. But they did change the entire game. Like you're fighting on trucks, you're fighting weird places, and obviously they tried to make the game fun like the No Mercy days, but they threw a little monkey wrench in it, and it kind of ruined that. So I want to see what type of thing they're gonna do with the 2K one, because they're talking about new modes and new stuff like that. Get the game right first, then worry about the modes, please. Especially on a new system. If this is coming out for the PS5 and the Xbox X series, they're gonna have to deal with a whole new engine. They're gonna have to deal with making it over again. And if anything, the 2K series have always taken a backseat to the older titles until like 2 years into the system.
No, it's true.
Because they're
Whenever
very
it goes
slow.
to a next gen, those first two always suck. And
It's
they
always
always
bad.
lack features,
Right.
a roster. Something's bad for about 2 or 3 years into the cycle.
I
So
think
they're taking 2 years
That's
off.
terrible.
I think the main issue, especially when they went from 2K14 to 2K15,
The
2K15 jumped to the Xbox One and PS4, and the graphics looked amazing, but it played terrible.
They took out the game.
So what the thing is with the No Mercy, the WCW Revenge, and WrestleMania 2000, it wasn't graphics heavy. Okay, it wasn't graphics. It was gameplay heavy, and still regarded as the best wrestling game ever made.
I would go back and
don't-
play those right now.
Yeah, exactly. So they need to not. I understand if you want to come out with a new game on a new system, I get it. You want to, some on the PS5, the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Don't push the graphics to the limit. You don't need that. I don't need my character to look just like it in real life.
they're already fine.
You know what they should
they're
do?
already fine. And the thing is, you gotta go gameplay first, because that's what the 2K series went away from. They went away from the gameplay, and the reason why people are calling for Smackdown so much is
Pass.
because they have the options. The options in Smackdown was ahead of its time. That is awesome. That's perfect. and the gameplay from No Mercy was so user-friendly. People who don't even like wrestling games can jump into it and get down and learn really fast.
Smackdown was easy too.
Nowadays, you pick up 19 or 20, for me to pop you up in the air and do a finisher, I have to hit R1, do this. Like, that shouldn't be eliminated.
Yeah,
it has to be
much.
easy. Keep the stock finishers. Keep do the No Mercy grapple system, but keep the options of SmackDown that everybody
also?
actually people want. You know,
I want to say something also to add to that. And this is not just for wrestling games, but this is just sports games in general. The yearly releases have to stop. What they should do is, like you said, gameplay first. Make a good, solid game that's fun, easy to play. Have updates, new roster changes, download DLC. I'm okay with DLC as long as it's like Smash Brothers. You have a great foundation. You have a good game. How long has it been since the game's been out?
Smash Bros.
Over a year.
Yeah,
right?
it's been
So
over. Yeah.
they're just gonna keep
almost 2
doing
years now, right?
character packs. They're just gonna keep releasing
Something like that.
characters. So why can't they do that with the WWE?
Well, I'm half with you. Actually, I'm like more than half with you on that because it's like with sports games, you know, and if you have the gameplay down pat, which the wrestling does not have down right now, they
Right.
don't have it down pat, so
No.
you can't implement that just yet. You have to
Right.
get the gameplay like Smash.
Well, that
Bros.
has to happen first.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
you
what
have-
I said.
yeah, you
Gameplay
get the
first.
gameplay-
Once they have the foundation.
Yeah, where everybody's
then why
like-
release it every year though? It makes no sense.
Yeah, like No Mercy. All right, if they had something that's
Money.
like very stylistic, like No Mercy, everyone likes the way that plays. Okay, now let's keep that blueprint and do that next year. Add a couple of things, but if you want to update costumes, roster, game modes,
DLC
then
packs.
there'll be a certain amount of money, maybe $40, $30, and people will pay that, including
Yes.
myself, to update their game.
Absolutely.
And it makes complete sense because the game is fun.
and they'll make more money. Do you know why? This is completely unrelated, but the same type of game or fighting game. Anyway, it's Mortal Kombat 11. It's been out for a year now. They keep releasing
Awesome game.
downloadable packs. You got the RoboCop shit that just came out.
That's the way games go now,
got-
especially fighting.
But
games.
you know what though? It works, and I guarantee you can look at the numbers. I guarantee you that makes more money because it gets people excited. The foundation isn't the problem. All
this
right,
is what they should do.
once they get that working, the way it controls, the way the gameplay in general works, then you don't have to release a new title with a roster change.
This is what
You
you
could
do.
just
long as
release
Mortal
DLC.
Kombat 12
People
don't
will
come
pay
out
that.
next year.
And you can make money off of that.
Listen, this is what you do. You take
Dragon Ball did the same
you
thing.
take
Yeah, you go,
four.
yeah.
You
Yep.
take 4 players.
Okay.
You take a referee if you need a referee. You get just that. I don't care who the characters are. Default characters. 4 people on the screen at one time, and a referee. Get whatever that design is. Fun as hell. Make that the game, and then you add all your characters.
Everything else.
Everything after you
everything
get your
else.
default
Yeah,
characters.
Get the
fun.
foundation done
I don't
first.
care if they look
Foundation
like
is the
stick
fir-
figures.
yeah.
If the game is fun,
Yeah.
Yep.
then you start making the game for
Yeah,
it.
Then it's golden.
Yeah.
Then you add in all the other, aesthetics and all that.
No need for a new
all
Then
the
you add
molds.
the, then you add the glitches.
Then add the stringy glitch. Add the glitch mode. So
Yeah,
people can
glitch
feel
mode.
right at home.
DLC, glitch mode. You want glitches?
Listen,
You can
that's
pay
why
for
people
it.
bought the new one because of the glitches. They wanted to see the glitches.
Yeah. Some
But-
channels are made just for that.
But that's a good sign that they're like, you know what? We're gonna look at the 2 best, highly regarded wrestling games ever, and go off of that. And that's how you
No
be
Xbox
successful.
Raw?
right.
Yeah. That's how you be successful. That's
pro
how
wrestling?
you do it. Because
Retro wrestling, son.
But the thing is,
they did.
when it comes to
Yeah,
games,
virtual
when it
reality,
comes to
yep.
games and mostly things in life, you have to have something really terrible happen first before something good happens, and that's
What
what's
if-
happening in for wrestling games.
What if the title coming out this year in the place of 2K as 2K1, I guess? No, what if the one that WWE's coming out with is better than the next one that they come out with, the one that they're trying to do right here?
Oh wait,
The
Battlegrounds?
big, yeah. What,
That's
what if
tough.
that's better?
I bet my left leg that's not going to happen.
What if
It's not going to happen,
Dude,
dude.
listen, they're focusing on fun. They're focusing on arcade. I mean, it looks silly.
All
You
right,
throw them into a crocodile. But what if that's more fun? Then they failed. If
Well,
that's more
I will
fun,
wear
then
I will wear a dress on the podcast if that's the case.
That's like comparing.
we're not playing.
That's like comparing NFL Blitz to fucking
Blitz is
Madden.
dope.
That's like,
Blitz is fun as hell.
But the
It
thing
is
is,
fun.
but there's,
but you can't.
NFL
Those are two
but
different
there,
games.
it's like NBA Jam, right?
Right.
That's a very fun game,
It's
but a
very
lot of people
fun.
like 2K. They're completely different games,
man.
you know.
Completely
Whether if you're a
different.
casual player, you just want to pick it up and just have a good time.
But I want 2K22 to be more like NBA Jam.
I do not.
For fun.
No.
How about
way.
No Mercy,
No way.
motherfucker?
They're not gonna
Has to
make
be
it like
like No
NBA
Mercy.
Jam. I'm
Dude.
talking about fun.
And then add
Well, the
filter
thing
in
is,
the
well,
game mode.
fun-wise, yes, but like someone jumping to the freaking roof
No, they
and
don't
dunking.
have to jump that far. No, they don't have to do crazy shit. No.
Okay, good.
No, I just talking about the fun factor of it.
No Mercy.
Simplicity.
2000.
Makes it fun.
WCW Revenge.
just focus. Listen, the bottom line is just
Those
focus
games
on
are
the
slow
gameplay.
now.
Focus on the gameplay first. Once they have that foundation, nobody's gonna care about DLC as long as the foundation is good.
And have me test it out. I'll make sure that shit's right.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
pretty
said-
much it.
I have high hopes for it. I think they'll do a good job.
They said they're gonna try and get.
Yeah, me too.
The fact-
Me too.
They said they're trying
I'm
to
looking
get
forward to
situational things happening more, like in the grapple. If you're near the ropes against a turnbuckle,
Right.
things should happen without you having to
Do something crazy.
worry too
And
much
it's
about it.
it's good that they're gauging the audience, the people that are actually paying money to buy this fucking game, and using that as a platform
Listen to 'em.
start from. So
Don't listen to your coworkers because they know nothing.
Right.
Listen to the fans
Yeah, yeah.
because they know what's fun.
Don't listen to the suits.
Don't listen to those damn suits.
They know they messed up. Let's hope.
Cancel them
Let's hope they
suits.
figured it out now.
Yep.
Let's hope they. Yeah.
Keep my fingers crossed.
Best of luck.
Yeah,
Best
they
of
did it
luck,
with Assassin's Creed. They took a year off. Let's see what happens.
Yep. You need to
Let's hope it works out, man.